Good morning. The clock is now soon 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to the city center of Nysa to see if I can find the police and try to explain my situation with the number plate and hope that they maybe can help me. From what I have found out, I need a confirmation from them that I have lost the plate, and then I should be able to continue riding. And I might have to go to some kind of shop that can make me a temporary plate of some sort. So that's going to be interesting. So that's the way it is. So, on my way to the police. A pro vlogger would probably film it all, but I'm not, so sorry for that.
Two hours later.
So, basically, the police couldn't help me. I was there for around half an hour. And it was a lot of back and forth between the two buildings there. And eventually the police officer sat down and started writing a report, which I thought would be the report that I supposedly needed, according to some guys on Facebook. But when he was done, he just said that, "But sir, you cannot ride any further without a proper new Norwegian license plate." So then I was stuck at the police station without the plate, and I couldn't just ride from the police station without a plate with cops all over the place. So I just started Googling, and I found an advertising company which was just 400 meters down the street. And I went there and asked if they could make me a fake plate. At first I was kind of but I explained the situation, and just half an hour later the plate was done. It was just in brittle plastic, but I went back to the bike and zip tied it to the rear of the bike, and then I just left the police station. Meanwhile, while I was doing this, I also had a conversation with a guy from Facebook that was a Polish guy that lived in Norway. And he said that he thought he knew a company down there who could make me a proper looking plate. And he contacted them, and it turned out they could. And they also had a brilliant post system down there that was so fast that he almost could guarantee that I would have it the next day delivered to a packet box just in the area. So I told him to just go ahead and order it. I had already booked the Airbnb for a second day because I didn't know how long time it would take to sort all this. So I just then went back to the Airbnb and hoped that the plate would arrive the next day, which it did. So that was just super. Thank you so much for helping me, the Polish guy. I can't remember your name right now, but thank you so much. Good morning. I'm still in Nysa in my Airbnb apartment, and I just got a call from the guy who helped me get a new real metal plate, license plate, that it was dropped off in the packet box just a few kilometers from here. So I'm going there to pick it up and then go to an auto shop or something, and maybe I can borrow a drill and a drill bit and make some holes in it and mount it on the bike, and then I can continue down to Auschwitz. So I had a really nice stay here at this wonderful apartment, and it's a beach just down here, really nice. So all in all, it turned out kind of nice, even though the plate situation was a little stupid, but that's the way it is. So let's get going. Let's see if we can find this pack automat. Let's see. Post. Amazing. Now I just need to find someone that can borrow me a drill and fix this on. Nice. So I found a motorcycle shop or store just 700 meters from where I'm at, so I'm heading there to see if they can borrow me a drill. They probably will. It's 29 degrees, crazy hot. Must be on the other side or something. I went to 3 different shops and now I'm heading for another one. They're probably worried that I'm gonna steal their drill. There's no shop here. What the hell? Tiny car workshop that I just pulled into, and showed them my Google Translate on the phone, and they were so happy to help me. So I offered them some payment, but they didn't want anything. But I gave them some Norwegian chocolate, melkerull, that he gave to his kids. So he was so happy. Now I have a decent license plate, and now I can continue the ride finally. I just have around 170 kilometers to Auschwitz, so I'm using Moto, and I'm taking a countryside road today. And I'm so glad to finally see some mountains, because I realized that I love the ocean and the mountains. That's probably maybe in Czechia. Czechia is very close here. Who knows? This was a nice little village. I'm out of Pepsi, so I have to find a place to get some Pepsi. Pinna Jesus här. I guess some of you guys might think that I overdid the number plate situation, but in Poland you can get a ticket or fee of 700 euros if you're stopped without the proper license plate. And I was getting kind of frustrated, because I called the Norwegian road authorities and I spoke to this horrible lady who just laughed scornfully at me when I thought that I would be able to solve this situation where I'm at in Poland. And she just said that no, you have to personally come back to Norway and go to the traffic station and pick up a new license plate. And I just couldn't believe that I really had to do that and use my travel insurance and travel all the way home and the way back again, and it just sounded real stupid. But then I called them back again. I got to talk to a Swede who actually worked there, and he said that it wasn't a problem. I just needed to write an authority and take a picture of it with my cell phone and send it to a person who was able to pick up the license plate, and then the person could send it through post down to where I'm at, or where I was going to be at a certain time. But the plate I got here in Poland looked so good, and it looks pretty original, and I'm not going to waste any time and money trying to get the new plate sent down here. The only thing is my license plate is now reported missing, but the systems for that are not going across the land border, so it would only be a problem when I get back to Norway, so I don't care.
Sunlight, sunlight. when you're like that? Is it in the way you move? Sunlight, sunlight, is it in the way you're moving? What's that?
This is all apples. Amazing views on the countryside. This was really nice. A lot of traffic. I got 23 kilometers left to Auschwitz. We are at Auschwitz. And I just found an Airbnb, so I'm gonna find it, and it's so close to the museum that I can just walk there, so that's nice.
So that's it for today. I messed up with the Moto, so I won't be able to show you the map, but today I rode around 200 kilometers, not that far from Nysa to Auschwitz. Tomorrow I will be visiting the Auschwitz Museum, and I can't wait. I've been looking forward to that as long as I can remember. So see you tomorrow.
Well, that's not going to happen. I guess there was around probably 300 people before me in the line, even before they opened the door into the area, so probably won't be able to visit Auschwitz this time. I could go tomorrow maybe and be even an hour earlier, but I'm not sure. Seems like the best way is to order a ticket, and if you don't have ordered a ticket, the tickets that you can buy at the gate is only with a guided tour, and or only with a guide, and I would like to walk around on myself, so yeah. So since going into Auschwitz seemed completely impossible, I decided to take a trip into Krakow instead and have a look at the town there. So now I'm on the train on my way there, so I hope it's going to be cool. I figured I'd just take the train because it was so close to where I was living, and it's a huge city, and yeah, why not?
So I walked around in Krakow for around 3 hours. As you can see, I'm in the old town, and it was really nice, but by noon the city was so crowded with people that I just wanted to get back to Auschwitz. Look at these beautiful horses, really nice. So I went back to the train station and it was crowded, packed with people. So I ended up almost taking the wrong train, and I also almost skipped my train station in Auschwitz. So better get back on the bike.
Good morning. I'm still in Auschwitz. Didn't quite go as planned since I didn't get to visit the museum, since I hadn't booked a ticket. So, learning by doing. So now I'm going to get some gas, and then I think I will be headed towards Slovakia. It's overcast today, suits me perfect, not that warm. So I got a really nice apartment here, really been enjoying it. Let's see if I can remember the way to the gas station. No cars coming from that way. They don't have payment options at the pump here, so I have to go inside. So I'm in a kind of a parade suddenly. I don't know if it's a funeral or what it's all about. Interesting. We are now in Czechia. There wasn't really a border that I could see. Nothing like a normal border, at least. And I'm so glad to see the mountains up ahead, because I've been missing the mountains. Don't have a clue. Keep safe distance. So that's cool. We are now in Oświęcim and we are heading over to Slovakia. I think it's fun to see how all the houses change when you cross a border. Everything changes. It's kind of cool. I've been meeting a lot of bikers, so I wonder what that means. There's a nice road ahead. Frankly, I'm kind of sick of flat landscape with no turns or no nothing. Nice old Porsche. Finally some funny roads. Beautiful village. Urski hotell. This is a really small road. Cool bikes. Looks like I might have been lucky with my road choice. Wow. I was really lucky with this road choice. Maybe I should thank Moto. So nice. It feels good to feel that you actually ride a motorcycle and not just crushing miles on the highway. That's not the best part. This seems to be some sort of skiing area. As you can see, there's a machine there. There's a spa. Some llamas. It's nice to ride without counting kilometers, because you just enjoy it.
So I have to end this episode now. I just crossed the border to Slovakia, actually without even noticing it or knowing, on this little mountain road, so there's no border. In the next episode I will be going into Hungary and then over to Austria and a little visit to Slovenia. So I really hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and until next time, we are out.